What is up, guys? So today we're going to talk about the sniffing, scruffy, sweaty, bloated sheriff. Now, I was ready to leave the dark side. I had my bags packed. I was ready to sail away into the sunset and leave the dark side behind me because it was kind of stealing a little bit of my peace. I enjoy watching the dark side. I'll go through little phases where, I'll watch everything every day. I'll have a catch up, what's been happening, and that'll happen for like a few weeks, and then it'll start doing me head in, and I'll go away from it, and that's what happened. And like, if I make videos on here, anybody can make videos back and say anything they want. But it got to the point for me where I was getting personal messages, and it was ruining my peace, So I thought, I'll make a video about it, and I'll talk about it. That's what I do on my channel. So that's what I did. And I showed a little bit of weakness online. So, as usual with the whole bully boy brigade, as soon as you show a little bit of weakness, that's when they all start coming out of the woodworks. And there's loads of channels, smaller channels talking crap, which I don't mind. If you need to get your foot on the ladder, a good way to do it is talk about someone with a channel and, talk shit about them, and you'll get views, and I don't mind that at all. But then I saw the bloated, scruffy sheriff has made a video, and he was calling me a smackhead, calling me a baghead. The usual dimwit response to these fat idiots that have not really got any banter, so they just go through the same generic insults and calling people smackheads. So what he did was, he made a video calling me a smackhead, and all the comment section now have turned against him. And they're giving him shit, and he's talking about, oh, it's all negative. But you've brought it on yourself, mate. And he's blaming me for it now. It's not my fault, right? You're making videos calling me a smackhead. And what you don't understand is that a lot of people on the dark side are all addicts themselves. All your heroes, like Danny Christie, Paul Venice, they're all addicts. And there's a lot of people in the comment section, they're struggling with addiction, or at least they know someone that's been through it. They know someone who's battling addiction. They know someone, maybe one of their friends has died, or they've seen the devastation, what it causes. So, when you're making videos mocking that, people are going to get offended. It's offensive to them. And that's why you're getting the negativity. But let's have it right. You wouldn't be where you are now if it wasn't for smackheads. Your claim to fame is picking up Scotty G, who's a smackhead. I'm not being disrespectful. He's going through what I went through when I was an addict. And you gave him a lift to Paddy Conroy's, he's an addict. Clearly, he's got a pipe in front of him every single day. And that's what blew up your channel. So without smackheads and drug addicts, you wouldn't even exist on YouTube. So you should be thanking people like me. But anyway, he's doubled down on it, and he says, oh, yeah, well, you are a smackhead. If you do smack, then you're a smackhead. That's the truth of the matter. So I thought, you know what, let's use some truth. Let's use some facts and tell the sheriff the truth. So anyway, the bloated, sniffing, scruffy, sweaty, disgusting, lazy sheriff. Every single time he comes on YouTube, it's the same. He's one of them, oh, it is what it is. It's as simple as that. And he's got this weird tick, what he does. It's like, every video he comes on, oh, excuse me, I've been up all night, I'm not well. Yeah, that's because you're a disgusting, sweaty mess. That's why you're not well. Here's some tips. Why don't you go in the shower, have a shower, wash your ass, clean your face, maybe get some clothes that fit. You look like an absolute bag of shit. And he comes on, it is what it is. Oh, it's as simple as that. And he's got this weird tick what he's developed over the years from ordering junk food. It's like halfway through the video he'll go and then he'll start talking, and then he'll go. And that's from waiting from the Deliveroo drivers. He's been doing it that much over the years. He's got this tick where he just does it automatically from looking out for the delivery driver that's delivering his next meal. And I'm convinced that the bloated, scruffy, sniffing, sweaty sheriff Somebody must have made him with power tools. I'm half convinced that somebody's assembled him in an old shed somewhere and he's stuck together with fucking gaffer tape. And what they've done is, right, they've gone out, they've dug up a load of old body parts from loads of deceased fat people, just got all the limbs, sewn them all together, put them together with gaffer tape and just stuck it in front of the camera, and that's when you get the bloated sheriff. I mean, that's probably why he's always burping and farting, because it's all the methane from years in being buried in the ground. And he's having a bit of back and forth now. He's gone on about Narrative Destroyer. Now, I like Narrative Destroyer. He's been there, you know. He's been through the struggle. He knows what it's like. So the bloated, scruffy, sweaty sheriff has been on at him now, saying, "Oh, what your kids are going to say." He's always mentioning kids for some reason. Well, let's have a look at you with your kids. I mean, last time I saw you with your kids, you was peddling hate against smackheads, against Scotty G, the guy who built your channel. And you've got your son in there, I think it was your son, and he was saying, "Oh, what do you think, son?" And he's going, "Ah, fucking smackhead." So you're obviously ingraining that in him, to peddle hate against vulnerable drug addicts, or whatever you want to call them. And he's saying, "Well, what have you done, Narrative?" Well, what have you done? Your claim to fame is rescuing a baghead off the streets and being front page news in your local town where you've ripped off the benefit system or something. Now, I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm sure I've had a few dodgy crisis loans over the years. But the funny part is you're on the front page of the paper and you're not as fat as what you are now. And you stood there and your head looks fucking massive. You look like Megamind. And I don't know why you keep going on about smackheads, because you look like you've been a smackhead. You look like I should look after 20 years of addiction. You're fucking disgusting, mate. Stop making videos in the morning, because it puts people off the cornflakes. They don't need to see that. And you're clearly an addict yourself. It was only, what was it, a month ago when you were talking about with alcohol, and you were saying just a typical addict line, saying, what was it now? "Oh, I'm not an addict. I just can't control my drinking. I can't control myself when I'm drunk." Well, that's like the definition of an addict. You're powerless to your addiction, and clearly you're addicted to food. You don't get those saggy, disgusting man tits from eating strawberries, do you? And the fact that you're fat says so much about you as a man. No long-term goals, no perseverance. You can't stick to a diet plan or an exercise regime. So you just sit there stewing in your own filth, sweating and lazy and smelly. Imagine the only time you get up is to go to the fridge. Can you imagine his chair? I bet it stinks. Ugh. Would you sniff the sheriff's chair for 2 million? Definitely not. I can't imagine what your bed looks like. All the springs busted, a big dirty sheriff hole in it, and yellow fucking pillars, and I bet it smells like musty farts and BO and disgusting. And we've all seen you when you get drunk and then you go around town annoying people like a slobbering mess. And I can imagine the poor people around where you live. You'll be walking around drunk like this, and the people around there will be like, "Fucking hell, it's that sheriff. Don't make eye contact. Don't let him know we've seen him." And then he'll come slobbering over, farting and burping like, "Oh, all right, lads, I'm Paddy Conroy's mate." "Yeah, we know, mate. Yeah. Please go away." "Where's kebab shop?" "Oh, it's down there, sheriff." "Fuck off, you blubbering mate." And he's always going to these BKFC events like he's the mascot or something. But he does look like Mr. Blobby, so I suppose he is somewhat of a mascot. And he's stumbling about, going up to Danny Christie. Oh, you know, his heroes on here. "Oh, have a face-off with me, Danny." Danny's like, "What are you on about, you dick? Fuck off, you fucking smelly mess. Get away." And you know you've got problems when you're out taking selfies and Scotty G looks healthier than you do. Why would you always look like an absolute bag of shit? I mean, why don't you, right? Just go in the shower, wash your face, wash your ass, get rid of some of them blackheads, get rid of some of that grease off your face, get some clothes that fit. I know you probably shop at that Big and Tall where they have to make extra large clothes. But just get, I don't know, pay for a fitted suit or something and just try and look presentable, because you just look like a scruffy, smelly, sweaty, disgusting mess. And I thank the Lord every single day that I'm not you. And my life has been shit. My life has been shit, but at least I can take some comfort in knowing that I don't look like the bloated sheriff. You look like a cross between Emperor Palpatine and fucking Baby Yoda. And you just sit there stewing. Oh, disgusting, horrible mess. And that's the truth. I know you like truth and you like the reality. That's the truth of the matter. And it seems like nobody around you cares enough about you to help you change and say, look, Sheriff, stop being fucking gross, stop being fat, stop being a slobbering mess. And, you know, there's hope for you in form of exercise. All you have to do is put that cookie down now. Put the cookie down, pick up an apple, maybe a pear, and because you know what, I was big and fat like you once, right? I absolutely hated it. I couldn't stand it. It was horrible. And so what I did was I lost weight. I went on a 1,000 calorie a day diet. I was intermittent fasting. So this is the advice moving forward, right? Just get up, right? For breakfast, I'll have a small bowl of blueberries and grapes, maybe strawberries some days. For dinner, I have a small bowl of semi-healthy cereals like multi-Cheerios or something like that, bran flakes. And then for tea, you can have what you want. And if you walk a mile a day, you know, for like 6 months, then you might be able to lose weight. You might be able to start looking healthier. So me telling you this is I'm benefiting you. So you should be thanking me again. Because obviously there's nobody around you that cares enough to put you in the right direction. And just, I don't know, how old are you? You look like you're in your 60s, you know. You look like if you get a water balloon and leave it in the sun and then you go and get it and it's all wrinkly, blobby mess. That's what you look like. It's like somebody stuck your face on and sewn it from the back. And when was the last time that you saw your penis? Answer me that. When was the last time you saw your dick? And your fingers are so fat, you have to type with a stick. But anyway, yeah, Sheriff, lose some weight. If you walk a mile a day for the next 6 months, because the truth of the matter is, this is the cold, hard truth, you are an inconvenience to be around. How awful does that feel? But anyway, that's the video. I'm not going to do any more dark side videos, so if you want to make a response, then go ahead. I'm not going to watch it because it's starting to annoy me now, the dark side. So tomorrow I'm going to be back and I'm going to be talking about real shit. Like my next big fight will be coming against buprenorphine. It's either this month or the next. I'm going to be tapering off buprenorphine. I'm down to the last little bit, and I will be trying to inspire and motivate smackheads to try and change their lives, because it doesn't matter how far you fall and it doesn't matter how bad you get, there's a way out, because I've been there. So don't lose hope. Don't listen to fat idiots like the sheriff, who obviously spoiled. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's got a very childlike outlook on people that struggle with addiction. There is a way out. I know, because I've been there. But anyway, if you like this video, press the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Mange 2, YouTube, Mange 2.